Okay, so this is a quick and simple guide to what you would do if your toilet was running. You know how it sounds like it's always got water running? So this tank part is full of water, and in a dire emergency you could drink out of this tank. This tank is fairly clean except for the sediment on the bottom there. You see that brown stuff? It won't kill you, it won't hurt you, it's clean. Okay, so this is all held together. This is one piece, and this line here goes into here, which is what filled this goes to the toilet tank over here. Okay, so this piece here is being held on by this bolt thing right here. This is just what we call hand tight. You don't have to use any tools on it. Not going to help you if you do. It's obviously not leaking. This is a water line. This is your water shutoff. Okay, so if you were going to rebuild this toilet, what I would do, is I would shut this water off here like this. It does turn, I know it does. There it is. So that's off. And come up here, and if you needed to, you could flush the toilet, because this water here will go into the toilet tank and flush, right? And then it won't fill up again. So seeing as we don't need to flush it right now because there's nothing in it, then this would come on, push this piece up, this piece here, until it shuts the water off from coming in. And then this would come over and fill up the tank, okay? So when you have the water shut off, it's not going to fill up again. That's your objective, because, obviously if it doesn't shut off, you can't get the water line off. So assuming this is empty, and a little bit is going to leak no matter what you do, you got to get a tray or some sort of towels or something. When you take this part off, which I'm not going to do because all that water that's in here will come out on the floor. You don't want that. This is a $3 part, whatever it is. It's not very much. Water line. Get this water line. This part, like I said, if you have it, don't be cheap and try to just, throw this old one back on. Not going to work, okay? Don't do it. It's not worth it, because it's not going to thread right. And this piece, which is one piece, held on by that bolt underneath. And this flap, this is all clean water, like I said. This just pops off, okay? See these little hinges here? Just pop that right off, and it hinges on, no problem. So two things, if it's not shutting off correctly, that means either this seal and this flap isn't sealing correctly, like that. Let's see if I can get it to do it. So like that. It's doing that. The seal is not correctly sealing. But that's about it. So for what's a 3-minute video, demonstration here online, would be probably, 15 minutes or so in an old house, if you knew what you were doing. But this tube has to go into here. This is what this clip does. This clip directs this tube, this water tube, into this pipe, which is what goes into the toilet bowl, right? So for whatever that's worth, it's a pretty simple job. Can't be more than $20 worth of parts. It's this piece, that flap down there, and that water line. That's all you need. It's real simple. Anybody could do it. Save yourself at least $100 in having a plumber come to do it, or having, somebody that's not a plumber but just knows how to do that. And I would take a crack and do it myself, because there's really no downside to doing it yourself. This here is a screw, and it's an adjustment for this piece. See how it goes up and down? When it's up, that shuts the water off. If it's down, the water comes on. We don't want it to go down right at this point, because that's not what we're doing. But at any rate, that's a basic idea of what all these parts do. So you see the line in the back there? That's where you want your water line in this case, and it works out well. It shuts off when it's supposed to, because if it doesn't shut off, that's when you get an overflow. And you can adjust, that's how you adjust it with this screw here. So very simple, very to the point. Anybody can do it. You don't need any real major tools. In fact, this thing being plastic, you only want to use your hand. You do not want to use tools on that, because if you crank it down, bad things are going to happen, because it's only plastic. And you don't need any other tools. That's it. That's everybody. Okay? So very simple, to the point. Anybody can do it. I urge you to give it a shot, because it's a nice feeling of accomplishment, even if you're not particularly handy. Okay? Thanks.